Paternity of a child, who's the parents? Hey, can that issue be raised by both the mother and the father? Or can only one of them raise it? Takes us to this week's case, the real case that arose in the state of Missouri. There we had two people. We had Lisa Summers and we had James Jim. They had lived together for a period of time. They had two kids. Well, things weren't going well and they decided to call it splits. And the question arises, what about the kids? What about the kids? Who has custody? Who has to pay for them? Well, it was agreed that they would have joint custody and they were both responsible for the financial support of the child. Mr. Jim wound up with having principal physical custody, and for the purposes of contacting the kids for school and various other things, his address was used. As time went forward, he said, you know, I'm spending a lot of time with the kids and I'm not getting any real support here. Therefore, he asked the court to order his prior significant other, Ms. Summers, to pay child support. And the court said, well, I think we need to do that since you're spending an awful lot of time caring for the kids. And she was ordered to pay roughly $300 in child support. She said, hang on a second, I don't like this, I don't like this. And she then chose to appeal to a Missouri appellate court. And her attorneys on her behalf argued something that for the first time in the case, which was that he, Mr. Jim, was not the father of the children and that she did not owe child support for these kids, which weren't a result of the union between the two of them. He, through his attorney, said, hang on a second, this whole issue of who's the parent when it comes to fathers, under Missouri statute, the only person that can raise that issue are the males. When you have a situation where a guy has been told that he is the basic parent of the child and he's ordered to pay child support, well, that guy has an opportunity to question paternity, and the court can order DNA tests and determine whether or not he in fact is the father of the children. But that can only take place with regard to a father. Can't take place with regard to a mother. That was the argument he made. And he said, since it can take place with regard to a mother, she has no standing, she has no ability to raise that argument, and the award of, or the statement that she must make actual child support payments must stand. Okay, well, the court heard this argument and the court said, you know what? You are right, Mr. Jim, you are right. You properly described the way in which the statute is set up here in Missouri. And the court basically made that decision, and the statute is set up that way in Missouri, as it is in many states, but not all, because the law recognizes biology. A child is always the child of its mother. Mother cannot deny paternity. With regard to a father, however, we don't always know who the father is. So the law says that if there is a question regarding who the father is, the court can order that there be tests taken, and usually it's DNA tests, to determine whether or not he is the parent of the child. And if he is the parent of the child, he may become financially responsible through child support and through some other various things that must be done to provide for the welfare of the child. Okay, so what do we learn from this case? We learn a very simple and important thing, and that is the law basically recognizes basic facts of human biology, that a mother is always the mother of the children, the father may or may not be the father of the child, and the law provides for a way in which that determination as to the father can be made. It's already made with regard to the mother. Okay, we bring you this case, we bring cases every week so you understand how the law works. I'm David Allen.